our Friday webinar. Hey, Catherine, Matt, good to see you. Urkham, Michelle. Hi, everyone. Yeah, thank you so much for joining. I'm going to give it maybe like a minute or two here and let other folks join. Usually it takes a moment, but feel free to throw any questions you've got in the chat. And as long as I see them during the webinar, I'll read them out, and we're going to do a Q&A at the end as well. Charlie, good to see you. Sweet. Hopefully you all can see my screen, and hopefully you all can hear me all right. Hey, Charlie. Nice to have you here. Got something I think that you're going to be particularly excited about on this webinar, Charlie, so I'm excited about it. Sergio, great to see you. Awesome. This is the first one of these, as many of you know, this is the first one of these in a while. So we've taken a hiatus, but now I'm coming back to keep you all apprised of the new stuff that we're introducing again. So I'm thrilled to be back. Alrighty. Let me give it. I know, yeah, Charlie, that's exactly right. We need a forum of some kind, a forum that links to your B2B portal pages so that you all can do business together and chat about tips and tricks of what is like what workflows you're using in Wholesale. I would love that. I think that's a great idea. There are so many things to do, so many things we need to build that it's both exciting and overwhelming at times in mostly good ways. Cool, Mike. Thanks for joining. If I miss any questions, Mike is on the call as well, who you've all probably spoken with plenty of times in our chat. And so Mike can he can either ping me and let me know there's something to answer, or he will answer it right in the chat. Hey, Kyle. Thanks for joining. Sweet. All right. Well, we got a good crowd now. I'm going to kick things off, and I'm sure we'll have folks filter them as well. But hey, everyone, my name is Brennan. You've all probably seen me on these before. I'm one of the co-founders at Wholesale, and after probably like a 6-month plus hiatus of these webinars where we've been focusing on features and other things we've been building, I'm finally coming back to doing some more of these webinars to share with you what we're launching, what we have launched, and what's coming around the corner, which I'm excited about. I hope you all are going to be super excited about as well. So great to see most of you in the webinar today. I know well, so really nice to have these as a way to connect with you. And actually, I didn't put this in the webinar slides, but for anybody that is going to Miami in July for Mobile Disrupt, we will be there. I will have a booth, and so please come meet me and connect with me then. I need to start putting that on our upcoming webinars because I'm excited to see you all in person. So, but let's just jump right in. You all have seen some of these features, but I want to go through a number of them that we've released in the last 6 months or so. So these are kind of organized based on the top ones are things we released most recently, and then going down, I'm just going to go through this list and show you all some of these features and what they do. I'm sure some of you have seen them in your daily use of the software, but if you haven't, we're gonna jump right in. Hey, Josh, nice to see you. Okay, so spreadsheet header mapping. Harry and I are really working on trying to make it easier to get inventory into Wholesale. We know that, especially for new people that start using the software, trying to import inventory is the biggest hurdle. And for all of you, most of you are longtime customers, so you've gotten through that. You know how to do it, but we still want to make it smoother. Any amount of clicks that we can save you time on, that's our aim and what we want to do. So we added this ability to map your spreadsheet headers when you're uploading spreadsheets, and we're trying to get to a place where you can upload spreadsheets that come from your vendors when you're buying on auctions or wholesale distributors, or you buy a big batch of trade-ins or something like that. You usually have a spreadsheet, and it usually doesn't fit the required spreadsheet headers that we have. So I'm going to pop over and show you what this looks like in practice. So let me just go to an existing PO here. And I don't know if we even did a webinar about this, but if there's any chance that you haven't seen this, one of the things we added is a basic form for adding inventory, which allows you to just search for a SKU. So we can search for a SKU here. As long as the SKU is in your catalog, you can put in the SKU, you can put in a quantity, or even put in a list of IMEIs, put in a cost, and add it post haste. And so this will add, bulk inventory really, really quickly for you. Oh, great. And Josh says, direct spreadsheet uploading has been a lifesaver. That's great to hear, Josh. So if there's any chance that you haven't seen our basic inventory upload, we added this to make Wholesale feel a little more native for folks coming from other inventory platforms that were built around the SKU, where we were originally built around serial numbers and uploading via spreadsheet or one by one. We have a lot of customers now who are so used to life based on SKUs, and we wanted to kind of hybridize and give you this ability to pick a SKU, copy and paste some IMEIs for that SKU, put in a cost, and boom, have them in Wholesale. So that is now a possibility. But what I wanted to show you all, Sergio said, can this feature be added to pricing via spreadsheet on POs? We don't have to rename headers to match Wholesale. Yeah, I think that's a great idea, Sergio. I think you see the things that we do because we're such a small team. We have to do them incrementally. We have to launch something, see how it works, get people's feedback, and then we bring it. Wholesale is now such a big app that we bring it progressively to more of the areas in the app. But yes, I think we want to see this on all of our spreadsheet uploads. And let me show you what it is. So historically, when you would come to spreadsheet upload in Wholesale, you would drag and drop a spreadsheet here. You'd probably download our template, and you needed your spreadsheet to exactly match our template. It had to have the exact same headers, otherwise it would not work. And now what we have, let me make sure I've got the right one here. Yep. So if I drag a spreadsheet over here, it immediately pops up with this header mapping tool. So now you can see, okay, we have the option to choose and change these headers that didn't quite match our headers in Wholesale. So this says type, but I can click on it and I can choose what specific header in Wholesale this should match. And so this should be model, this should be variant. It said model number, and in theory, all different vendors are choosing different things to name these spreadsheets. And in Wholesale, we just want them to match these specific details. So carrier should be network, storage should be capacity. And then once you've done that, it matches, the little warning goes away, and you can click upload, and boom. So you now at least have some visibility into the spreadsheet that you're uploading. We give you a preview of the first few rows, and you can see not only the headers, but you can also see some of the data. And I think this also cuts down on, sometimes you just drag the wrong spreadsheet in. And so you can now see that and verify for yourself before you hit the upload button and start a huge upload. Many of you have contacted me before when you've tried to upload, a sheet with 1 million rows, and there's so many interesting problems we get to solve together. So hopefully this also goes a way of fixing at least some of those issues as well. So that's spreadsheet header mapping. Like you said, Sergio, we've added it just to this upload in Wholesale so far, but we want to bring it to more places. We want to bring it to products. We want to bring it to, like you said, probably process batches and stuff like that, and pricing via spreadsheet. So those are all great ideas. So that is the first one. The second one of these is document upload. We did this, I think we put a little bit of a banner, maybe even, but we did it very quietly. So for those of you that don't know, there may be plenty of you that don't, we've brought document upload to purchase orders and process batches. So I'll show you that's just literally a documents tab. Some of you might have just seen this documents tab pop up on your POs page. But now the whole idea behind this is tracking a vendor's invoice or a vendor's your PO to a vendor, or maybe they've got some kind of manifest, like a spreadsheet manifest that they're sending you, so that you can verify whether or not your products match their original manifest. Because one of the challenges in Wholesale, of course, is you upload a manifest and then you start changing the inventory as you test it and grade it and stuff like that. So the inventory, it comes in, as a specific maybe it comes in and you put in the grade that your vendor said that it was, but then you're updating it to your grade. And so to preserve that original grade, so you can kind of compare what you received in your grading scheme compared to theirs, we now have a document upload that just gives you a place to save this spreadsheet, to save the PDFs, so that you're more organized, which is what we're trying to do for you all the time, make you more organized. So that is just a basic document upload, drag and or browse and files on your computer, upload them here, and they'll be shown in a table list, and you'll have them there for all time. So simple, but hopefully very useful. And it's also on process batches. So if you've got, a good example of this is maybe you're using process batches to track items that you're sending out for contract repair. So you've got some agreement in place with your repair provider. You can upload those to the documents tab here on a process batch. Another option is maybe you are doing FBA and you're using process batches to track all the different items that you're sending up to FBA. And so you could put your FBA paperwork here, the shipping label and the details about the FBA shipment. So there are many more examples, but those are just a couple. And so now you've got this place to store the documents that are associated with these invoices or POs, process batches, etc. So that's the second piece. New things we've added. And please, if you got any questions, just toss them in the chat. Alrighty, bulk removal of IMEIs from a sales order. We've got plenty of wholesale customers that are not our wholesale customers, but you all that are doing a lot of wholesale selling. And so, some of you are doing a lot of e-commerce selling. Some of you are doing a lot of B2B or wholesale selling, and some of you it's a mix. But for those doing big bulk orders, one of the common problems we've heard is that you add a bunch of IMEIs to an order, and then your ops team finds out that a bunch of those cannot be sold or shipped on that order, so you got to remove them. And this used to be actually a pretty manual process. You had to select the individual items to remove them. Now, if you've got if you can copy and paste a list, somebody maybe scanned into a spreadsheet a list of IMEIs that needed to be removed, there is an option on sales orders to do this. So in the 3-dot menu where we've got most of the things, there's now an option to remove inventory items. So you can click this remove and you can scan each inventory item and it will remove it from the order. I don't think I've got, oh wait, I do. This order has a bunch of items committed. All the ESNs are NA on this one. And do we have scan by ID? I don't think so. Let me check. Oh, we do. So it's scanned by ESN or ID. So let's just demo this. So let's grab one of these AirPods that's on this order. We'll go to remove inventory items. We'll scan like we did a barcode scan, and boom, removed successfully. So this is meant to be a bulk removal tool for you to be able to scan. If you've got a pile of items that you say, I got to remove these from the order before I fulfill it to the buyer, now you got to wait to do that in bulk, rather than trying and going in and kind of selecting each checkbox. Again, these are the little time savers that we know whenever we release one, it saves at least one customer a lot of time. So if that could be useful in your workflow, have at it. Hey, Brian, good to see you. Got some more folks joining. And Nafli and Alexi, nice to see you all. All right, so I've been going through features that we've launched in the last 6 months that we haven't talked about too much. We've talked about spreadsheet header mapping, uploading documents to POs and process batches. I just did a little demo of bulk removing IMEIs from sales orders. And now delete scan reports. Funny enough, sometimes we build stuff and we don't give you a way to delete it for a while, but now you can delete them. It's not really worthy of a demo, but this is permission based. So if you go in and check your users' permissions, you can disable their ability to delete these or enable their ability to delete these. I think that it's enabled by default. Although actually I'd have to check on that. Either way, you now have the ability to restrict users' ability, but you have the ability to delete scan reports, which is for a long time people have wanted to get rid of test ones that they've created. Now you can. So that's 4. Our 5th one is creating RMAs right from a sales order. This is hopefully going to save at least all of you that are doing e-commerce orders a lot. Hopefully it'll save you a lot of time. So now in a sales order in wholesale, we'll go back to this one that I had. So I just showed the remove inventory items. And for any of you joining late, this is a recorded webinar. I'm going to release, you'll probably even get an email with a recording, but if you want to see the other stuff that I've presented already, you can go back and watch that recording. But anyways, we just talked about removing inventory items. One of the other new pieces of this is creating an RMA. So you can now create an RMA right from a sales order in wholesale, which it used to be you had to go to the RMA, choose the customer, create an RMA from the customer, and that caused all kinds of problems. They were few and far between, but they certainly popped up. And so now you can just go to your e-com order. You can search for the item that was shipped. If you get an item back, you can search for it. Or if they give you an IMEI, you can search for it, find the sales order that it's on, and then create an RMA right from the sales order. And when you click that, it's going to show you, as long as you have less than 100 items, I think, we're showing you a list of all the items that could be RMA'd from the order. So with e-com orders, this is going to be very simple. It's going to show you the one item. You can select that they are returning it or not, the reason that they are. We've got a couple of reasons here, and you can add more of these in your settings, etc. But you can put a reason note and the refund and just track your RMAs, your returns. So a faster way of getting those created from your sales order directly, which is usually the place that you're creating them from, unless you're B2B and you're receiving an RMA with multiple devices across different orders. But that I think is more rare for our customers today. So that was number 5. Number 6, I'm like thrilled about this. I don't know how many of you are using this capability, and I think it's pretty specific to businesses that want to do it. But we've seen a lot of customers that have multiple accounts with eBay and Amazon and Rebello now, especially because Rebello has launched. If you're in the US, you can sell to their Canadian marketplace or vice versa. And so they have 2 separate accounts for that feature. And so now in WholeCell, if you go to set up an eBay account or an Amazon account or a Rebello account, you have the ability to add multiple of those accounts. It's only available on our $3.99 and up plan. And that's, and so, yeah, the ability. And Charlie says, bring this to back market as well. So yeah, keep pestering me about that, Charlie, and hopefully you'll see it in the near future. And I think we were always skeptical about this. Oh, it's already. Oh, yes, that's correct, Charlie. So you can do this for multiple regions with back market. And I guess maybe I missed that we also have it for multiple US accounts. Maybe that just exists. I got to add it to my list. But anyways, that feature is something that we were skeptical of in the past, but we've had so much feedback about it. We've had customers even using WooCommerce or Shopify to set up additional eBay accounts. And we just thought it's time to bring that feature into WholeCell directly. So not too much to demo there, but if you've got multiple accounts that you're selling with these different channels, you can now add them right from within WholeCell. And you can have listings that are fed from the same SKUs in WholeCell across these different accounts to get you, theoretically more exposure for your e-commerce listings. So that's hopefully a benefit to you all. The last one, which I do want to give you a quick demo of, is this public for sale page on our B2B portal. So for those of you that haven't seen our B2B portal, it's a very basic advertising tool for if you're selling B2B. Let's go to our settings. You can find this in settings, scrolling down to B2B customer portal, or you can find it in our integrations page as well. It's up top left of the integrations page, B2B portal. But this gives you a link that you can give to your customers, and they can see what you have for sale and it's automatically fed by your WholeCell account. And so you can choose. It's just like any other e-commerce integration we have. You can choose the behavior of how it gets set up. But then once you have this link, let me copy this, go to a new tab. So what we've added to this is I'm signed out right now. So I just normally in the past, I would have come to this page and immediately I'd hit a sign in page. So I'd hit like this requirement. I basically hit this, which requires you to sign in. But we added an option to the portal for some of our customers, having their customers create a login and sign in. It's just another barrier of entry for those customers. And so we added an option for a public for sale page here on this portal. So if you enable this, and I can even show you this. So if we disable it and we save, let's refresh this now. Now we just see a sign-in page. So customers hitting and then, you can upload your logo. This is your B2B portal of inventory that's for sale. But if I enable the public for sale page and I save, now when I come to this page, I have this link and I can at least see what's available for sale. I can't see, as a customer, I can't see my orders. I'm not signed in. I can't place an order, but I can at least see it. And so then if I sign in, it kind of gives me a hook to sign in, and then I can place a request order, but I can see it. I can filter for the inventory. We could just look for Apple inventory. We could look for stuff that's B grade only and apply those filters. And now they're applied. It sorts by quantity, which is typically what you want from a B2B standpoint. And, it's not as feature rich, of course, as a Shopify site, but it's free. It's part of your WholeCell subscription. So we're really excited to see more of our customers using this. And Naftali says, when are offers coming for the B2B portal? It's still something we're considering, Naftali. It's I don't know when. Unfortunately, that's kind of going to be my answer for a lot of questions about timeline, but it just ends up being what is the highest priority for us from a business case. So it's something I still want to see very much in this portal, but it doesn't exist yet. So customers can either buy they can place an order for things at the prices that you've set, or they can obviously, send you a message or an email or WhatsApp and ask to negotiate this price. And they can even place the order for that price, and you can change it from your side, from your back end portal. So would love to have more feature-rich offers, and that I hope is coming in the future. It's definitely not something we've rejected. It's just sitting on the docket of things we'd like to build, and we'll prioritize at some point. So the other thing that I didn't have in my list, but I'll show you, is we added a shipping calculator to the B2B portal. So you can either create flat rate shipment costs or variable per unit shipment costs. And so you can charge your customers, if they're buying 50 units, you could charge them a variable fee for like $3 per unit for shipping, or you can just include a flat rate shipping fee. And so they can include that when they check out and create a request order from the portal. So you've got these different methods, and we're slowly but surely, this is the way we do things. We are slowly but surely adding more and more features to the portal that let you do this stuff. So please keep sending us your feedback. It's stuff we look at, I promise. And within our bounds and capabilities of building things fast, we do get them built, and we launch new stuff pretty much every week. So that's it. That's the B2B portal. Next, talking about new things that are coming out. Does anybody have any questions about the stuff that I've talked about so far? Give it a second. All righty, nothing coming in. We get to go to exciting new stuff. So the next thing that you guys are going to see that we've got coming out is an integration with Best Buy. Best Buy has a Canadian marketplace, and they're, I believe, launching a US marketplace this summer. So our initial integration with their Miracle platform, or the platform that they're built on, is going to be coming out pretty soon. We're going to start testing with customers. And so if I've got a few of you that I know are interested in testing that, and I'll be reaching out about that really soon. And so that's, super exciting. It's another e-commerce channel that we're bringing. The second thing is listing creation. So we've been talking about this for a while and getting excited about creating it. Our first integration for this will be on our eBay integration. So the ability to create listings from WholeCell. So not having to create them on the channel and then import them, but actually creating the listing from WholeCell. We kind of support this right now. We definitely do with Mercari. And then we also kind of support sending SKUs over to like Rebello, and Swappa. We support sending incoming inventory over to Swappa. So there are various kind of like partial support for listing creation, but we want to bring true listing creation that we think will save a ton of time for folks that are, going through this long catalog search of creating listings on eBay and writing descriptions. We believe we can save you time because we've got all the information about your inventory already in WholeCell. And as with anything, we're going to bring it out slowly but surely, see how it does, and continue to expand it to more and more of these integrations that we have. And then the third thing you see my whole list here is a Temu integration. So we're really excited. We've been chatting with the Temu team. We even have Michelle from Temu on this webinar. She's checking out our webinar format because we're going to do a webinar with her and her team next week. So Temu is an exciting new channel. They've got some really exciting things to share about how they, the structure of their arrangement with sellers on their channel that I think all of you are going to be pretty excited about. And so we've been working with them. We already have an integration with them in development that we're testing. And we will also have a link for you to sign up through WholeCell with Temu that is I think it's going to get you, I don't want to speak out of turn, but I believe it's going to get you a little bit of a better connection to your account manager at Temu if you use our link, because they'll know that you came through WholeCell, and you'll have the benefit of that, of maybe being getting some preferential connection to an account manager, which I think is worth it. So wait, if you haven't signed up for Temu yet, wait until our webinar next week. We're going to share that link and you will be able to sign up. And then, we won't have the integration live next week, but we will soon. It'll probably be worth maybe picking a specific SKU to test and sell on their channel. But they're, as we've seen with other channels, they're very motivated to work with sellers to build a seller base for the refurbished product. Basically, you see a lot of channels have created this refurbished category, and Temu is right on with. I mean, they're a pretty new marketplace, and they already created a refurbished category. So, as with every new channel that we see, I think there's an early opportunity for sellers who sign up for that channel early, and before it gets as saturated, they have some advantage. And so, we're trying to build a Temu integration that gets you to be part of that advantage with using the stack of tools you already have in Wholesale early on. So super excited about it. Can't wait. And Michelle said, yeah, can't wait as well. So we'll be sharing that link to the register for that webinar. I'll be putting it in Wholesale just like I did with this webinar's link. So make sure to come if you're interested in that. We would love to share with you. You'll see Michelle and her team's details about the platform, why you'd want to sell on Temu, and go from there. So those are just 3 of the things that we have coming. They're big things, and of course we have more in the pipeline. I think Nathalie, asking about other things that we've got. We're really excited to be bringing consistently these little, what you saw of what we've released in the past 6 months, is a lot of small but hopefully meaningful contributions to saving you time when your teams are processing inventory through Wholesale or processing orders for fulfillment, things like that. So we're really kind of conscious of those things and wanting to improve them and make them better in Wholesale. Whenever you got feedback, please, Sergio on the call has sent us a lot of really great feedback that we take very seriously. So a number of you have. Charlie, you have as well. Nathalie, you've sent us tons of good stuff. Brian, you have too. So I really appreciate it. I want to say thanks to all of you for your time in helping us make this software better. We're so grateful. So our next slide is just, I left that in there, a demo. You've been seeing the demo this whole time. So next one is just the Q&A. If you all have any more questions, put them in the chat and I'll respond. Otherwise, I'll let you off to enjoy the rest of your Friday. Thanks, Ryan. Ryan, much appreciated. I'm excited to be connecting with you all more on these. They're fun to do, and I've missed doing them. So. You too, Catherine. Thanks for coming, and have a great weekend. We'll see you. And if you're excited about selling on these other e-commerce channels, come next week. I'd love to see you and tell you more about that channel. Oh, thanks, Nathalie. That's really sweet. You've been using it for 4 years. Yep, we've got the customers we have. We aim to keep for a long time. So that's really sweet. Great to hear. Whoa. My cat jumped up on my table in the middle of the webinar. How funny. All righty. Well, thanks, everybody. Thanks for coming. I think, Ryan said, I joined late. Label customization and drop down to change between different types, similar to how Inflow customizes labels. I'm not familiar with Inflow, Ryan, but that's interesting. If you could, I think, and Charlie wants to see listing opportunities for Walmart. Yes. Please, everyone, send. So let me send this in the channel or in the chat. support@WholeCell.io. This is an email that gets seen by all of us, by Harry, myself, by Mike. And so your best chance of, if you want to see something that get brought into Wholesale, send us an example of what you're thinking about. So Ryan, I think if you're using Inflow for label customization, you want a specific thing, please send us a little video of you using Inflow in the way that you're talking about. It might just be something we don't know that we would, draw some inspiration off of, and that'll be really helpful for us. So please record a little screenshot or screencast, put that in there and send it to us. We'd love to see it. And Charlie, yes, listing opportunities on Walmart. I will bug Harry about this. But please send us an email at that support and bug us yourself. Sometimes it means more coming from you because you're using it every day. Alexi said, are you going to add fields to track specs for MacBooks? Yeah, Alexi, that's a great question. We call this product types internally. So the ability to differentiate between obviously cell phones and laptops and other products. Today, we have a lot of people tracking laptops and just using Wholesale's fields to track them. But I know they're not called RAM or processor speed or GPU, things like that. Screen size is important. So yes, it's on our long to-do list. It is a very big change to the way that Wholesale works. And so because of that, it's just gotten pushed back for a lot of these these things that we can build fast and get out. But it's very much a priority. I want to see people able to sell all kinds of different products more natively in wholesale. So I don't have a timeline for you, but it's very important to me. And Josh said, do I speak with you all or Reusely in regards to integration help? Yeah, so Josh, the Reusely team, they're one of our third-party integrations. They built the integration. So if you need help getting things set up, or if you need just support on the integration itself, they are really good ones to talk to. We have an article in our help center that I'll even bring up. It's help.WholeCell.io. And so if you're looking for anything specific, we can search for Reusely here, and we have an article that describes the basic overview of how to set this up. You got to create an API app with us. You have to ask us for approval, and then you connect Reusely to that. And I've got some details here about how it works. I'd recommend checking out that article, but also if you need specific, or if there are problems with it, they're the ones to chat with. And you're welcome to copy me or our support email that I shared on your message to them. We'd love to know what's going on, and if there's any way that I can help, we will. So. Sweet. That was great, guys. A barrage of questions. After my cat freaked me out. Naftali asked about an IceQ integration from Manipov. An update on it. Yeah, it's another thing that's on the back burner right now, Naftali. But I think I'm excited to see more integrations from diagnostic service providers in the software, and we keep hearing good things about customers using IceQ. I would say keep bugging both them and us. That's just the squeaky wheel gets the grease, especially now that wholesale is so like big and has so many different areas of features. We have e-commerce features, we have diagnostic features, stuff like that. Keep mentioning it to us. Keep hitting us on support. We don't mind hearing from squeaky wheels. We're really appreciative of it. So bring it up to us. And like I kind of said to Ryan, as many examples of how you want to see it implemented as you can give us, the better. So I know that takes time, but it is meaningful to us and helps us along. So I don't have an update for it. It's something we're still considering and excited about, but have not built yet. So hopefully for the future. Lexi said, is it possible to make orders and products archived and not deleted? It's a good question, Lexi. It's not right now. That is something that we want to have better tools for, though, because we do see people, even to the best of our abilities, we've made it hard to delete products and delete orders, at least orders specifically. We've tried to make it very hard to delete them without knowing what you're doing. But people still do it, and we have to fix them, and it takes our time, and we want to improve that. So it's not possible right now, but it's something I want to be better for sure. Sergio asked, are there any plans to introduce easier pricing tools? Features like last price updated, ability to create pricing rules to speed up the process. Yeah, the short answer on that, Sergio, is yes. This year, I'm hoping that I can't commit to timelines for anything, but I have two things that Harry and I care very much about for e-commerce that we know take sellers a lot of time are creating listings and managing pricing. So our ideas around that, I'm very hopeful that you will start seeing ideas for both of those workflows and ways to do things this year. I can't speak to which channels you'll see them for first. You're going to see that listing creation tool first for eBay. That's at a place where I feel comfortable sharing about it, but we're very intent on bringing pricing management tools as well, because we know that takes a ton of time. And yeah, I think the automation, you've got automation tools with each channel. They've got automation tools for you to get the buy box of their channel. And we want to bring in automation tools that give you the ability to kind of do that and do it relative to the margin that you're making off of the products that you're selling, because we know the cost. And so that's my hope, is that you'll start seeing those two in the near future. High on our list. Thanks for all the great questions, everyone. It's fun to answer these again. I think I'm going to sign us off here at 35 minutes, but going to be doing more of these, so please keep coming and asking these great questions. Email us at support@WholeCell.io with your requests about what you want built. We're all going to see those emails, and we will. The more serious the email, the more we'll take it seriously. Just an email that says, "Hey, I want this." We'll hear you, but an email that says, "Hey, I want this. This is how I want it to work. Here's a screenshot." Those go a long, long way. So we really appreciate those. And yeah, looking forward to talking to you all more frequently and sharing more of these updates. So thanks for coming, everyone. I'll see you in the next one of these. Take care.